Some years ago, way back when I first started driving early on, had an old piece of crap car. And like any kid, not a great deal of money. Well, one night we was out, friends, typical, running around. This is way back in the 80s. Had a flat tire. Now, needless to say, teenagers. Nobody had a flashlight. Nothing along that line. Had a spare tire, thank God. Well, being farm kids, we had oil, things along that line. Didn't have anything practical, like I said, like a flashlight, you know, just, that's a typical teenager anymore. Well, even back then. But, we had other stuff. Even then, the flashlights weren't all that great. But what we did, had all this stuff to change the tire, just couldn't see crap because it was dark. Well, ended up having some burlap bags, feed bags, that was in the trunk, and oil, and things along that line. So what we did to see was found a stick, like what I'm doing here. Most of us carried knives or had, you know, there was sharp stuff in the car. Just, you grew up on a farm, you learn to do stuff like that. So we made a torch. And I don't have any burlap, but I do have a t-shirt. Same sort of thing. So you take your shirt, cloth, whatever you got, and you cut strips off of it. Get a strip off of it, you take your branch and start wrapping it around it. What we did was we built up some cloth, and what we did find out is once you get it started, loop it on there like so. Just like little simple half hitches. That way as the cloth burns through, it just doesn't fall off. You don't have to pull it tight. You don't want to pull it tight. You tuck that. You can add some more if you want. Then you soak this in oil. We actually poured engine oil on it. I won't use that now. I'll use vegetable oil. But the thing is, back then that's all I had. And it burned very smoky. It was kind of an orangish light, as you can imagine. You have to be careful. That's why I build it like this, so you can hold it out without it won't tend to want to run down as easily. And you don't want it to drip. You gotta be careful not to hang it over anything, because it'll drip fire and all the other crap. We were down a dirt road, so there wasn't too much concern with that. Wait till it's a little darker. I'll soak this down with vegetable oil, and we'll light it up and see what type of light we get out of it. This is a vegetable oil torch that I set up. Might take it a little bit to get going. You can see what I'm talking about by dripping fuel. You want to kind of be careful about where you have it over, because once things start burning, it can start dripping, burning fuel. Sometimes it can run down the handle. Torches were kind of hazardous back in the day.